Now, why don't you break the ice on this one?
Today we're talking about popcorn.
You can make it sweet or savory.
Yes, you could make it more crunchy, you could make it more chewy.
Popcorn has that initial crunch, and then it goes soft.
Popcorn is just friggin' delightful.
Except for the part when it gets stuck in your tooth.
That sucks.
Which it did.
Let me know if I got popcorn in my teeth.
I know, same. Each of us is gonna be upgrading popcorn.
And trying each other's.
So I'm making a tomato chili popcorn. It's inspired by this Lay's flavor that we get back in India. It's like tangy. It's like a tomato flavored Lay's.
Is it not available here?
No. If you went to like an Indian store, maybe.
You think they'd have it?
Yeah, but it's so good.
Fun.
So tomato powder is just essentially just tomatoes, but when you dehydrate it and you make it into a powder, you're getting all of the intensity of tomatoes just concentrated. And it doesn't taste like ketchup,
Whoa.
right?
Wild.
I know all of these spices are already blended up, but we're gonna add it all to a spice grinder and blend it further, because the finer your spice mix, the better it's going to stick to the popcorn. I just poured in the tomato powder. I'm gonna add in a little bit of salt, cayenne, and garlic powder, and then blend it all up.
I was expecting a much louder sound.
Me too. So doing that just kind of incorporates everything really well. So popcorn into a large bowl. So I'm gonna add the fat, this is ghee, before we add the spices, because that kind of introduces a little bit of moisture by way of this on the popcorn, and that again is gonna help our spice mixture kind of, what's the word?
Adhere, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That much is enough. And then let's go ahead and drizzle. Fairly a good amount. Give it another shake. That's it, that's ready.
Yeah? All right.
Wow, this is so graceful.
Okay, are you doing one too?
Yep.
The peaks and the valleys of like the tomato powder, the heat, the salt, there's a lot happening there. It's incredibly delicious.
There's like concentrated pools of the tomato mix on each corn.
It creates like a really kind of interesting dynamic
Yeah.
with each bite. Wow. I just thought like how fun to do like a popcorn based like Rice Krispie treat, but rather than just doing regular butter, what if we did kind of like a tadka, right? Like bloom some spice in there, that's ghee.
Yeah.
Fold and melt the marshmallow into that, and then toss it with the popcorn and then mold it in there, and then cut out squares.
I think that's really smart. I see a lot of flavor, I see a lot of textures, and I see kind of like a sweet, salty situation.
Yeah, all right, so that is ghee. Just gonna melt that down, and then we're gonna bloom some of these spices here. So I've got some black mustard seeds. I'm just kind of running and gunning here. Nothing's getting measured. I don't want like tons of spice, but I mean, I want some flavor happening, and start getting some salt in there. And then I want to pull this off the heat, and I want to melt in the marshmallow. Like I definitely don't want to like cook the marshmallow. I just want to melt it. I want like a good amount of salt in here. I just love the idea of like kind of like a little bit sweet, but a bit of a salty, spicy Rice Krispies treat inspired something. All right, I think we're good here. So I'm gonna put the popcorn in. The popcorn itself, it's almost like toasting the popcorn a little bit too, so you're getting that like intense kind of corn flavor. So we're gonna pour this into the prepared pan here. So we're gonna let this set up, and then I'm gonna chop out squares. We're gonna plate it up. Popped out in like one mass. It looks like it's gonna hold together beautifully. Wow.
Killed it.
How fun is that?
I think you achieved the like Rice Krispie vibe with this, like 100%.
We achieved the vibe.
Yeah.
Kind of fun, right?
It is kind of fun. So I get the chew from the popcorn, but I get those little bits of the toasty spice too. Like, you know, you pop a mustard seed in there, cumin, all comes. And goes together.
It could be like a little bit more overtly spicy. I'm like, Rachel's sitting there thinking, this could be a little spicier.
Gonna hear that a lot.
So we're taking the idea of like a caramel corn, but making a coconut caramel This is inspired by a Filipino kind of dessert called champorado.
Okay.
Champorado is like glutinous rice, coconut, and chocolate. So these are called dilis in Tagalog. They're fried little anchovies.
Oh, it's fried.
So we're gonna start.
Let's do it.
Yeah?
Help me help you. This is cool.
Yeah. So we're just gonna put all these ingredients in here. I got butter, brown sugar. Oops.
It's gonna be all right.
Fine. Water. And then this. And then we can just put this on the pot. So this is like super easy to just make a caramel.
That alone looks good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then once you add the coconut milk, it's a thickener.
Okay, cool.
And then when you take it off the heat, it'll just thicken, and then that's it. And it's got the caramel look that you're going for.
Right.
So the caramel is where we want it. The butter is all melted. So I'm gonna add some coconut milk.
Beautiful.
And then just a little vanilla. So then you just let this chill,
Okay.
and it's gonna thicken up as well.
Right, set up a little bit.
Set up.
All right, let's mix it.
Let's mix it. I'm gonna pour this. Can you do the
Yeah, let's go.
the flick of the wrist?
Oh,
I mean, really nice and coated. Oh yeah, do that. So this
Thicken,
is the
right?
cacao nibs.
Yeah.
So you'll have like nice bites of.
And they got a nice little bitter, I mean, a very, I mean, it's the base of chocolate, right?
Yeah.
Cacao, but it's got in its form, it's got a nice little bitterness to it.
So we're getting like balances of salty, bitter, sweet.
Oh, you just wait. Ah, those bad boys and girls.
These are the fried little fish, Dilis.
Are we mixing them?
Yep, mix it in. And then toasted coconut. That's it.
Ooh, look at that.
Look
Beautiful.
at those little fishes.
That is the coolest popcorn I've ever seen.
See little eyes looking at
Oh
you?
my God.
It's like a Brad popcorn.
Big time.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I gotta make sure I get a fish too.
Yeah.
Get in. Get over here.
Definitely epitome of like sweet and savory.
Hold on. I mean, for me, it's sweet.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, with the play with the fish
Mm-hmm.
and the cacao nibs, I mean, that's amazing. And but it does have that savoriness too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Certainly from the fish, but
From
then
the
also
fish, but
from
also-
the cacao nibs in a way, right?
Yeah. Like if you're looking for a sweet popcorn, this might not be it, but if you're looking for
No, I
like
mean-
a good mix.
It's one of the things where it's simple. Don't
Yeah,
overthink it. You know
exactly.
what kind of flavors you like. Think outside the box a little bit and just have some fun with it.
Yep. Agreed.
All right, Melissa, I'm going to share my little riff on a popcorn snack.
Okay.
It's real simple. I got a little
Okay.
bit of ghee. I like to mix fats. I'm going to do that with a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to microplane some garlic in there.
Perfect. Yum. I
And
love
then
me
at the
garlic.
last second, I'll bloom a little bit of like that crushed red, like a maraspa beer, that pepper, seedless pepper.
Okay.
And a little salt at the end. And right at the last second too, I'll throw, we'll see how it goes, a bit of dulse, which is a seaweed.
Yeah.
It's a granular, and it's got a nice, beautiful color.
This is nice.
Yeah, it's nice,
I'm
right?
excited. What's
So-
this?
Oh, and then we just got a little bonita flakes.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot
great.
of fish essence. I like.
Yeah, a nice little smokiness,
Yeah.
a nice little, little bit of heat. We'll melt it up, and then I like to just do a little toss,
Yeah. A little toss.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm from Seattle, so I'm enjoying this accent of yours.
I don't have an accent.
I'm just kidding. No, you don't at all.
Well, you have one too, and I'm enjoying it as well. This is great.
Both the coasts come.
So what do we got
together.
there? Sorry, 2 tablespoons, you think?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
That feels good.
And look,
All
we
right.
put a little bit of olive oil.
Okay.
What, like a tablespoon?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna microplane some garlic, right?
Cool.
Why not?
Why not?
Let that bloom in it. Low heat. We're not trying to make this nuts or
Yep.
render out. Well, we can't render it out. It already
Yeah.
is. All right, let's go melt that. Get it nice and hot.
Okay.
Maybe sizzle just for a second.
second.
And then basically kind of turn it off, and then
Okay.
just throw that pepper flake in there, and that's it.
Are you putting salt in this too?
What
Or
do you
you
think?
just?
Why not?
Why
right?
not?
Why not?
Why not?
All right, stay there.
Okay.
Watch that butter.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
All right, we'll do a little bit of this. Boom, boom.
Yep. A little more.
Give it a little boom, boom.
A little zhuzh.
Some dulse for a little bit of that seaweed, kind of
Yep.
give it a little health benefit.
So easy.
Why
so
not?
simple. Why not?
Here, let's take it over to the popcorn, shall we?
All right.
Yeah, nice big bowl.
Putting all of the garlic in there.
And then look, we got a little bit of that smoky dried
Oh,
fish.
yes.
Give that a little toss.
Oh, it smells so good. Can I add some of these on top?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah, get in there.
I'm gonna get it. I want to make sure I get some. Of
We gotta get a little
everything.
bonita too.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know what? I would add more bonita,
Yeah.
like in the mix.
In the mix. The
You see,
garlic.
like, yeah.
is really nice.
And it picked up a little bit of that color from the pepper too, right? Kind of bled out.
Nice.
You know, a simple way to
I'd eat
make
that.
them together in 1 second.
Yeah.
Today I am upgrading my popcorn by doing a sour cream and onion flavor.
So fun.
Of course you have, you know, green onion, regular onion, but the kicker is the buttermilk powder,
Right.
which really gives that nice tang to the sour cream and onion and makes it kind of have that iconic flavor. So
Yeah.
I had to figure out how to substitute that buttermilk powder. What I did is I'm just subbing soy milk powder instead.
Cool.
Got a little mortar and pestle here. I'm gonna put the chives and the nutritional yeast in here. And that's just to break them up a little bit because the nutritional yeast flakes can be kind of big. We've got our soy milk powder. It's very like plain, so when that's mixed with the citric acid, it kind of creates that same sort of tangy flavor
That's so
profile, which is
cool.
awesome. It's a naturally occurring acid in like lemons and things like that, and limes. We've got salt. We've got a little bit of sugar, because as you know, when you deal with sour cream flavoring, it typically has that little tad of sweetness to it. We've got some garlic powder, onion powder, and we've got dill. And all I'm doing here is making sure all of the flavors are well incorporated. So, popcorn. First thing I'm gonna do is just add some plant butter over the top of this. It's made out of avocado oil, and it's freaking bomb.
That's cool.
I use it for all my baking. And now I'm just going to get this sour cream and onion mix over the top. You really want it to well coat because that's the stuff.
I'm so excited.
And that, folks, is sour cream and onion popcorn.
Yeah.
So let's dig in.
Let's do it. Oh man. That was punchy.
It's punchy.
I love it.
Very punchy.
It tastes so creamy.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that weird?
That soy milk powder. It's fun. And I love the color. The chives and the dill, it like remind you there's like herbs in here.
It walks you through all those flavors. It's pretty neat.
I'm just gonna put this in a little bag and take it home with me.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I am allergic to corn. This is a recent development in my 20s because I had like, 25 years of my life where I could eat corn. It was a big blow.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like corn tortillas. Now I'm like flour tortillas all the way, girl. So this is what I do instead. I like break up rice cakes. I swear it's not as lame as it looks, but like truly, this is the best thing that I found to supplement popcorn. So you have to use a lot of fat, and I also like to get like a little sweet going on.
Oh, yeah.
Either honey or agave or maple or whatever will do it.
I could see how the rice cake is a good stand-in though, because we were talking about the texture of popcorn, how it's like crispy on the outside, but then kind of softens through that bite.
Right.
And rice cakes do the same thing, so it's really interesting.
Totally. And these ones are unsalted, so you have to like do a lot of
Control.
salt on them. But if like some of them have salt on the rice cakes already, then like you don't put as much on.
Yeah. And what you got there?
This is sumac.
Okay, we love a good sumac.
I love
moment.
it. Yeah, it's like a little fruity, a little citrusy, a little lemony and bright. Once you like toss it all and it's like very olive oily, then you just throw it in the oven for a little bit. It gets that toasty flavor, like when you do microwave popcorn and there's some like very roasty bits in the bag still. Like that's the flavor I'm hunting for. All right, throwing this bad boy in the oven. You can see
That looks
like
so good.
they have like these roasty, toasty edges. Toasty little.
Looks nice and crispy. You got some caramelization from the agave.
Exactly.
Awesome.
The sugar helps that.
Mm-hmm.
Ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm so excited. That is really good. The like floral flavor really comes through, and I think the agave added the perfect amount of sweetness.
I just like that it like melts away. You like get that crunch and
texture
then
is
it melts
good.
away. You can see like got like a caramelized little edge.
Those are the best pieces. When you're using olive oil with rice cakes, it's got more of a texture to grab onto and soak into. So it's it actually has a really great stand-in.
Yeah, it can stand up to it a little bit more. Any flavor that you can think of can be applied to your popcorn.
For sure.
So do it.
Yeah, the thing though, the igniter thing. Igniter thing, the bobber's broken. All right, simmer down, Brad.